Welcome back. Okay, so let's take a look at the side content that you can find so we can unlock the proper full ending of Another Day.
Figured there had to be more. We haven't met everyone yet.
But I haven't shown Neku's reactions to the food yet, so might as well do it now.
Also, I forgot if you did showcase it in a previous part, but it's kind of neat that you can repeat the same identical order, and it makes sense in universe as the usual.
Fine.
Basically, it's the developers to making grinding easier on you. Like if you're constantly using the same set of food to raise the character stats.
No, I get it.
Is that his excited face? It looks kind of almost like he's...
That makes me wonder. Spending all 3 years in the remnants of Shinjuku, that means Neku hasn't eaten shit in 3 years. I know that he technically doesn't need it being undead and all, but still.
My existence was suffering.
Alright.
That's what I ate.
So one of the things you have to do, side content-wise, is going here. Because there's actually a character for a side quest you do find.
Which is not marked on the map like your main objective.
No. And the game doesn't even have doesn't even mark it as a side quest like the other one. So it's really one of those, again, much like the original Another Day, you have to explore and find it on your own, basically.
Considering, again, it's a short episode on its own, and it's an excuse to have a free roaming throughout the entirety of Shibuya, I kind of get it.
Alright, let's now eat this. Oh, let's find something that Neku doesn't like. Just for the sake of sure.
Let's put Neku off food.
The thing of this, too, get this. The enjoy the moment moniker he took from Mr. H also applies to his food too, because Kondo made sure to tell the programmers make him at the very least be neutral to most foods.
So we still haven't seen his overjoyed face yet, have we?
No, we have. His overjoyed face is the one where he opens his mouth. The one where the neutral, like the satisfied enough one, is the one where he just smiles. And I'm about to see if I can find one that he doesn't like. So give me a moment.
Yeah,
It's funny because his overjoyed face kind of gives me the feeling of dull surprise more than anything.
I'm just imagining the conversation that took on between Neku and Rindo when it came to this day. Hey, Neku, while we're going around trying to resolve this situation, we're going to do a plan that I had. Basically, Neku, we're going to try and find a piece of food that you don't like within the day.
Well, joke's on you. Nearly dying and having to spend all of existence removed from play taught me to enjoy everything.
As you can see,
go to every restaurant in Shibuya to find one.
Yeah,
find it.
I wanted to properly show me going to the restaurants to prove my point. Yeah, it's actually hard to find a meal that Neku doesn't like.
I think it might be also a balancing thing, considering how late in the game you get Neku, so the game makes sure that you don't waste too much time in grinding in the stats.
And if we don't find one, I'll buy you. What's your favorite drink?
Neku's favorite drink?
That's the entire point of your betting the
no, we're finding his least favorite food, and the punishment is to buy him his favorite drink.
But if he tells you his favorite drink, that kind of makes it easier, doesn't it?
Basically, I give up.
Drink is different.
Basically, what happened was I gave up. I actually forgot which of the foods he doesn't like.
I'm gonna check if GameFAQs actually tells me something on the.
But I still wanted to show that to make my point. Yeah, Neku really enjoys the moment now, as Mr. H taught him. All right. There's Coco.
Makes sense.
Oh no.
Alright, let's see what...
God, no.
There's some seriously strong noise up ahead. So, if you're not prepared...
Yep, strong noise. That's what Coco sounds like.
No,
I'm just babysitting show. He's very loud.
No, she's possessed, as you're about to hear.
Isn't that Coco?
Yo, something ain't right about it. It's giving me the creeps.
Sleep now.
Oh wow, she's quieter than usual. That's dangerous.
Well, remember this
I'm
is
not paid enough to babysit this man.
Well, remember this is a actually, this is a different Coco. So for all we know, maybe she's not affiliated with Showa in any way. So
Rest in peace. Sleep.
Besides, we're the ones currently babysitting him since he's on our team.
remember, we can't peg on.
What's he saying?
Go ahead.
Dream of dreams within dreams within dreams.
Remember,
Oh no,
it's-
not dream from distance.
But remember, we can't peg blame on this Coco for what the other Coco did because it's a different Coco. For all we know, maybe this Coco did nothing wrong.
Are we sure about
I'm
that?
literally
Considering
just
what happened to
standing
Shaw?
here.
Well, Tail, unless you
that's when you're most
Tail,
dangerous.
unless you can find evidence of the contrary, we shall apply benefit of the doubt as we should.
Fair enough.
And find peace there, never to awake.
Is this Coco related to that Luna from the recent Mario movie?
Maybe.
Well, I see your practice for your next poet slam is going well.
So sleepy.
Oh, great. I guess in this reality she's Jigglypuff.
But I gotta
Let me sing you
Stay
the song of my people.
awake. No, don't. I can't.
All right. What this translates out to is a boss rush.
Oh, I guess that's the...
Okay, so basically you're
I
gonna.
sent you to hell.
So basically, you even give an option to change your pins in case you need to. You can do it in between each battle. So basically, you're going to be fighting buffed up versions of all the major story bosses.
So this
Yeah,
is
because
basically
it's
our
buff,
equivalent.
so-
So this is basically our equivalent to the fight with Hanakoma in the Another Day sequence.
Kinda, but well, in that one you only had the two.
Well, actually, no, it was Joshua.
It was at the same time. Yeah, it was Joshua.
It was Joshua who had the boss rush. Mr. H was like the difference. It was just a one battle thing.
Anyway,
I could have
Pedro,
sworn he was the one with the boss rush, but
I found it. All right. Here's what Neku hates according to the tabli a spreadsheet. He hates chocolate chunks cone from Hachiko Cafe, grilled alligator from SBI BBQ. I think it's Bob Stanley. Mixed chopped salad from Veggie Lovers. Dal curry from Spicy Curry Don. Super spicy tacos and whole mole tacos from Tacos y Mas Tacos.
goodness gracious.
Berry blend tea and bubbly berry blend from Sun Drinks, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got unlucky and picked the bunch of food shops that did not have them.
Because with the other characters, it's relatively simple to find a food that they don't like. But Neku is definitely. Or maybe I just got unlucky, like Teo said. But anyway, there you go.
In regards to why the majority don't have places that Neku doesn't like, it might be like Teo said, and the developers did that to make it easier to grind for him.
Probably. Alright, and now...
Alright, next one is Motoi.
There we go.
Round 3. This dickhead.
Okay, they're definitely streamlining the bosses a lot more, because I recall there being other bosses, but
I
in this
guess
version I think they're focusing mostly on like the super major story important bosses.
it's for the it's for the sake of not having the chain be really long.
Not just that, Drova, they're focusing on the bosses that have a unique appearance. Because if you pay attention, other stuff, like for example the Scorpions, eventually became regular enemies. While this boss rush seems to be dedicated to the ones that did not have repetitions.
I guess, well, okay, by that logic we should get the T-Rex and the elephant noise at least then.
Probably later down the line. I think they were after Motoi.
Well, let's see.
Me amigo, fuck yourself.
Oh no, not the Kickstarter attack!
Don't worry, Drova, we destroyed him before he could do that.
Yes, this time we stopped them from it. We stopped.
Next is Susukichi. The shirtless
I still find it weird that we never get a transformation sequence for the shirtless version. He always just starts with the shirt off for these boss fights.
Maybe that's the idea. He removes his shirt before every battle, basically, or maybe he's actually a student of the North Star, and
Which just pops off and on and off constantly.
yeah.
Well, it would explain why his chain gets broken.
I mean, and unlike Ken, who only does it when he's particularly angry or really needs a Shutsukichi goes immediately full power at every battle.
Yeah.
But you see, it's like what they say about Broly's power is maximum.
And now our fight against Giant Mr. Mew. All right. Now let me just get something here.
I use this time to check something else from that spreadsheet.
That is one angry plushie.
Yes.
Yeah, in comparison, even for the shorter time that he remains in the party, Troy is a lot more food that he dislikes, which honestly makes sense character-wise with that kind of ego.
Honestly, Sho would be the type of character who I would actually expect them to make it tougher to level 4, just because he would be that picky.
That begs the question: which person of a party will actually have to say the statement? Excuse me, he asked for no pickles.
Coco. She denies it, but
Probably.
she secretly is in his corner.
Like I said, like a spin-off starring both Coco and Sho and their shenanigans, like it literally writes itself, like the perfect sitcom, you know. I would kill for that to be a thing, but eh. Or hell, have it be a major thing in a potential third game.
Oh, this time it's 2 clones instead of 1.
I do find
this version of Neku and the gang are like, wait, who the fuck are these guys?
To be fair, Blames, they kind of run with that logic also in the first games another day.
Yeah.
Although, arguably, in that version, it was even less justified for Neku to have his powers, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was.
But at least in this, they bothered to actually make a couple of statements.
basically,
in another day, you can just assume that everybody is a early 2000s anime pro tag, which means they have superpowers because that's just how you do, being in one of those animes.
Makes me wonder how does the government manage people being able to impact other people's minds on a
Clearly, Jova, with the Superhuman Registration Act, of course.
Of course, indeed.
Makes sense to me.
Honestly, makes me wonder what Shiro Yoshida was actually doing by the time of Civil War.
Okay, there we are.
I do find it a bit interesting that they repeat some boss fights that technically occur in the main storyline. Like, I get it, boss rush of the bosses, but the difference there was like, you couldn't really fight them anywhere else because, well, the main name of the game was Tin Pin Slammer.
Alright, and now
Next
Shaw.
time is Leo Cantus.
Can't help himself with the puns even when he's a wolf persona.
Lion, please.
Yeah, Lion. You'll notice that my graffiti also reflects in the background during this battle. If you spot it, whenever the camera pans to it, it also reflects in the battle. So pretty cool.
What a nice touch. Oh yeah, that is more lion. I mistook it for a wolf because the horns looked made it look
Well, it's
more
literally what the
wolfish.
form is called, the Liocanthus. So.
Fair point there.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because Sho has more the mannerisms of the lone wolf type. Like, I find it weird that he's given the lion persona, but
I don't know what criteria that they had for assigning the animal affinity. You know, it's just a thing that they did.
that is fair.
I get
Suzukichi turns into a giant buff deer.
I get the feeling Nomura and Kobayashi were mostly, not entirely, but mostly operating on rule of cool.
Would not surprise me.
Basically, the idea was Kobayashi would present the design to Nomura, and Nomura, okay, does this look cool, Nomura-san? And he's like, yeah, that goes in.
Considering the timing, this was very like, yes, now leave me alone. I have to actually make the character design for 5 different gachas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, maybe that's why he has pupils in all of his projects now.
Most likely. Again, much like why Lisa Fujise is the main character design instead for Ever Crisis.
Remember, ever since joining the Kingdom team for the first Twelve as Nomura's co-character designer, he also became the art director of the Kingdom Hearts series. So he's also So he's a full-blown member of the Kingdom team, an important one since he's the art director.
Also why a lot of the alternate costumes designed for the CNT were instead done by I keep forgetting his name.
Roberto Ferrari?
Yeah, Ferrari instead.
Yep. Well, that's the idea too. Like Ferrari will succeed him for Final Fantasy, and Gen Kobayashi will take over for the Kingdom team as the new character designer.
Lisa Fujise will stay in the middle.
There you go.
You know, this is the worst kind of dream that these characters are having.
I know, right?
Yeah, being forced to fight for your life while you're asleep. It's like a scaffolding.
I mean, that's
Coco.
I mean, that's like most works of fiction that have dreams as a big focus. So
The difference here is if you die in the dream, you die in real life. Thanks a lot, Coco.
well, to be fair, it's very as we're going to learn, and it was already pretty implied that she's possessed by these noises, so she's not herself right now.
Noise that possess you to cause other people to sleep and dream a fight for their lives.
I mean,
how oddly specific.
I mean that's not really implausible in my opinion.
I guess you were right, Drova. They did skip a couple of the bosses.
Like I said, I'm super confident that the entire idea for this boss battle scenario, this is a Nomura thing. Because look at this. If this is not a Nomura boss battle, I don't know what is. Like the flying buildings. Like it's like for example, like there's stuff in the climax of Dream Drop Distance. They're actually very similar to this as well. Like we also. So yeah, this particular boss.
Crisis City right now.
Yeah,
actually, sure. I think Shiba also thinks Radical Highway is really cool.
Yeah, he does.
The whole city's on fire.
Look,
I just really like Radical Highway.
Look, in Shiba's case, I just really like the Sephiroth boss battle in Remake.
Black Doom's infatuation with Radical Highway is almost as prevalent as Shadow's newfound love for Latinos.
Okay, one thing that's also important to remember is, and plenty of people have talked about this in their reviews and essays about the game. It's important to remember that Black Doom's main goal is to bring Shadow back to that time in Radical Highway, because in Sonic Adventure 2 story, that's when Shadow is at his most blinded with revenge and hatred for the right. Yeah. So it's an attempt to try to bring him back to that place. So there's actually a plot reason. I mean, obviously the the main development reason is to be able to reuse the assets of Radical Highway as much as possible for the sake of making development more efficient. But the game, to be fair, does give a narrative reason for it, to be fair.
Pretty much.
And I'll give him credit. The level design's good enough for each
Yeah.
Radical Highway.
Yeah.
I'm fine enough with it.
Also, the visual transitions are just cool anyway.
Yes.
It's like you can tell that Shadow Generations got a major animation budget compared to previous games, because man, compare the cutscenes of Sonic Frontiers with the cutscenes of Shadow Generations. It's night and day. Like the way Shadow is animated, like holy crap. Whereas in Sonic Frontiers, most of the cutscenes is just the character standing still, talking and barely moving.
Like, to give Frontiers credit, the cutscenes did improve on a lot of stuff, but yeah, no. Shadow Generations kicked it up a notch in 11.
You can tell that, yeah, after Sonic Frontiers and the movies, you can tell that that's when they finally gave Sonic Team more money.
Like, the Sonic movies are what finally convinced Sega,
Alright.
hey, maybe we should let them cook with Frontiers.
Alright, so now...
This is
So-
history.
So now that we're fighting the Phoenix again, I want to take this moment to talk about this track again. World is Yours. Okay, so like I said before, this is my personal favorite all-time Twelly track from both games. Mostly because to me, this is the definitive Twelly song. In a huge part is because of Jesse's lyrics. Yes, Jesse from the Bones Teo is also the one singing this. He also writes the lyrics. Because the lyrics of this song perfectly mirror the themes of both of these games. Like from the very beginning, you hear a low voice saying, "It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, then everybody in the world would do it. The hard is what makes it great. Making mistakes is proof that you are challenged. The world is yours." Okay, and then of course, I'm not gonna go through all the lyrics, but to sum it up, it's about, you know, like, yes, I know you want me dead, but I'm improving and I'm going to take you on now. Basically, the lyrics reflect themes of self-improvement and how I am ready to take on my next challenge. Something like that. But what really nails it at the end is the final two paragraphs. When it says, "When your choice makes a difference, it catches breath, it pulls out my interest. What comes next makes you drift it, away and away. You win sometimes, you lose sometimes. It's something you learn with fights. I've earned my stars by the scars I've got. World is yours." So you want the entire Twelly series summed up in just a couple words? Here it is, right here. I've earned my stars by the scars I've got. There you go. See? I told you. It seems like it that yes, trauma does build character apparently. So there you go. No, like
Too loud about.
this particular lyric, man, I love it. Like this is my all-time favorite Toy song because it's not just because Jesse's voice is amazing, of course, but man, I love these lyrics are just kick-ass. Like like you win sometimes, you lose at times. It's something you learn with fights. I've earned my stars by the scars I've got. Man, that's such cool, badass lyrics. Like, man. So yeah, this is my all-time favorite Twelly song, because this is the quintessential Twelly song. Like, it sounds great, it's catchy, it's a banger, and the lyrics perfectly reflect the themes of both games.
Nice.
Alright.
The second phase.
There's also...
Okay,
Another
Calco,
one.
we gotta talk about the weed you're smoking to generate dreams like this.
Lay off the noise? I don't know.
Yeah, like, sorry, Coco, we have to hold an intervention.
Well, in the credits song "Little Things," one of the lyrics is, "I've come to realize we're so close to success. You're bound to go real far. No more noise in the way."
clever. Shut up.
There you go. See, those are the lyrics that I just meant. I've earned my stars by the scars I've got. And man, Jesse's voice is amazing. Jesus. He's basically like remember, he's also in the CDNT. So this guy is basically the Johnny Joe to Takeru Hashimoto's Jun Senoue. Like he's aside from Stephanie, he's always the one that Takeru Hashimoto brings in for his projects.
What songs did he song for NT?
Well, it's been a while too. I'll have to go back and check.
Because the remixes of the main theme, I forgot its name. I think it's literally called Crossover. We're always seen by, I think, Amy Evans.
I'll have to go back and check again. Let me see.
Massive Explosion, that's what the main theme is. I remember the name.
Because I remember I did see that Jesse made songs for the city. I just don't remember which.
And that's also because the other ones with lyrics that I do remember having are either stuff that's still sung by a female singer, like the remixes for Type Zero, or God in Fire, which is still done again by the Kidney Thieves. They did feedback for that. Okay, are we done with the RGB?
Not quite yet.
Alright, we need to have the final phase.
Well, actually, no. Since this is meant to be a time attack challenge type of thing, in this one we don't do the everybody Kamehameha sequence.
So we just go up to him and boom.
Yeah, when his HP gets drops to 0, the battle just transitions and you end. For the sake again for the sake of yeah, there you go. For the sake of not screwing you up when you're trying to get a good time.
I think the ideal thing would be just to end the timer around the time of that if they really wanted to replicate the whole thing, but it's no biggie for me. Besides, this is supposed to be just a game anyway.
Waves?
Bird, okay.
Was that a dream, all of that?
Did I do that?
Rindo, are you alright?
No.
Coco was emitting some kind of hallucinogenic field and we all got caught up in it. Oh my god, that shroom cloud. You really need to get her off the dust.
Where am I? What happened?
Of course,
God, she can't even remember. Jesus,
appeal to
really
authority much.
Remember, Tail, benefit of the doubt.
Again, she needs an intervention still. Don't worry, it's over now.
Listen, I know it's not 420 anymore, but leave me alone.
Sorry, we're cutting off your supply.
Yeah, stick your hands up in the air.
Neku, what a happy coincidence meeting you here.
Yeah, Neku's face says it all.
Even in another day, Neku's apparently the most popular boy in town.
Obviously. Remember, Jova, dual destiny's logic.
The famous kid who led the expedition to stop the wicked Tin Pin Slammer thieves.
Oh goodness me, I'm almost late for the big sale.
The big sale? Oh god, she's a ticket scalper, isn't she?
No. There's a big Steam sale going on right now, and it's gonna be over in like an hour, so she has only so much time.
The other Reapers were the scalpers.
Yeah, they're the ones with the Switch 2s. Leave me alone. I'd best be off. Toodaloo!
My brother actually got, since my brother works at a store, he was able to get the pre-order pretty easily for the Switch 2.
So you have the closest thing to a relative that works for Nintendo.
Yeah, basically.
There isn't really a reason for me to get one yet, so...
There is for me, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Actually,
So
that was just a dream.
any game made by Koizumi and this team, they won by. So
yeah, I figured the Donkey Kong game would be your fix after the battle. That weird black stuff around Coco disappeared.
Remember-
Also, there's some speculation that Koizumi may be involved with the new Mario Kart game too, with its weight and everything.
Well, remember, Joe, but nowadays he has a big position at Nintendo now, so he is overseeing various things, not just his team.
Wait, you didn't? Interesting.
Lord Rindo, we must continue onward, lest our romp be cut short.
Remember,
So yeah, our friend just had a hallucinogenic dream that nearly killed us, but, you know, we got a concert still, gang.
Yep. In typical Another fashion, they treat this potentially ominous thing with the seriousness of oh wait, but what about that concert though?
And the prom is tomorrow.
To go.
Just like in another day, but just like in another. Oh, go ahead.
Should have ignored the remainder.
Oh, do you have something to contribute, Show?
I'm thoroughly annoyed by the hideous pink creature. But at least I got to collect some significant data.
Off of Coco, no less.
Okay, good job.
It'd be interesting to see what important data he got from her, of all creatures.
It's not Jova, this is the Kingdom Team's logic. Just have a character in the background after the events have happened, just saying that everything is going according to plan, and people will be hyped and clap.
Bonus points if they are wearing a hoodie.
Obviously.
Or
Like,
cloak.
you know, sure.
Well, Show is actually wearing a hoodie, so
Yeah, that's the point, though. Just like the Master of Masters or Ansem the Seeker of Darkness, draped in a cloak and hood.
all right, everybody. Next time we finish the game. See you then.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.